Day 20. Errol wants to go flying. He's in the plane. The wiring loom is going in. This is good.
Okay, so we've got wires for the headset.
All right.
And there's your bloody Limu connectors.
Thank you.
Okay.
Customer's always right?
Yeah, customer's always right. 8 Limus.
Yes, this is official.
Yeah.
Cables everywhere.
Oh, man.
Functional.
I don't know where all those cables have to go, but we'll make a plan with them.
Oh dear. Look how nimble he is.
What are you guys doing?
Day 20.
Just getting all of those wires out there so that they haven't got any movement.
You probably trim that if you want.
And but they're nice and still.
And that little technique with the plastic piping.
Yeah, that's just a little standoff. So a factory, generally, there's 1 or 2 drilled in there already. But you just, if you need more, you just drill another 1 or 2. So it's
Holds it nice and secure and it
yeah,
doesn't
this
rub.
thing, it's not really structural at all. So
You just plug something in there. What'd you plug?
yeah, oh yeah. So what I've done here, so you'll see that that is the connector for the tail lights. So your
Right.
tail nav and strobe lights.
Yep.
This little connector runs through there to the tail, up for the tail and strobe and nav lights. However, your controller for it sits up here. So all the light switches and things sits up here. So I'm running a wire through the loom up here because you need to get power to the tail. You need the tail light, you need to get power to the nav light, but you also need a very important thing, which is the sync light. So that when you flash, it's a triple strobe system. So when the strobe goes, wingtips and tail go. So there's also a sync wire that goes all the way. So you have to connect all of them, the sync together. So that's really the purpose of that little connector there. So it's good to know that you've got it there. If it ever gives you drama, but it shouldn't. But yeah, just so that you know, yep, I'll put a little black zip around it to sort of just distinguish it from the rest, so that you know that whenever rest we will.
If we ever forget, we'll just watch this bit of the video. We going for a ride?
There you go.
No, that's
I'm going with.
That's waiting for the avionics tray.
Yeah, that's waiting for the avionics rack. So yeah. So
Is now a good time?
yeah, we can now talk. So trying to deliver an aircraft to a customer yesterday, and when James started up, we've done our 25-hour flight testing on this aircraft. When he started up, red crosses through everything. Engine instruments, flight instruments, nothing is working, nothing is communicating. So switch it off, switch it on again, comes alive, about 20 seconds later, die again. Everything just red crosses. So now you sort of immediately think you've got a CAN bus communication error, because that's normally what will happen. Something is not communicating. But I mean, this thing has been working for 25 hours. So has a connector gone short? Maybe there was a wire on the CAN bus that shorted out. You check that. There's nothing. When you start disconnecting each and every one of the units to see, maybe it's the GEA. So disconnect GEA, stays the same. Disconnect everything, nothing fixes this. So eventually went into the config mode, and the weirdest thing is that when you go in config mode and you go under the system, you look at the complete system communication, you can see the GDU, the display, working. That's the only one that's identified, because that's actually the unit that you read everything from. But all the other units are like, it's listed there, every unit that's installed in the aircraft. But there's not, normally when there's a communication error, there will be a red tick, there will be a green tick when everything is good, or a
Right.
red tick when something is wrong.
You showed us that on
To
the
show that that unit or that LRU has got a problem. But this one was weird. No red, no green ticks, no unit description, no serial numbers, nothing. It was just a blank page. It's almost like you've got a GDU that sees itself, yeah. But apart from that, nothing. It's like you haven't installed anything. So clearly something is amiss here. So when we started taking off every one of his LRUs, right down to the tail, GMU, everything.
What's an LRU?
It's all the different, you like a GSU, like your GA. It's all the little sub modules that give all the sensory information to the G3X to do its job.
Right.
So that didn't help. So now you think, okay, we must have a CAN bus issue. So first of all, check your terminations. Nothing. The terminations are good. They're there. They are operational. Nothing is shorted out. The CAN bus is not shorted out. That's the other thing. So you check for continuity to the connectors. So make sure your CAN bus is good. So that's a couple of hours. So all of that is good.
Yeah.
Okay, now you start doubting yourself because, well, what is wrong? So started putting everything back and thought, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go up to my house, grab a couple of new units. One of the things that we thought it may have been was maybe we have a software fault. That, you know, that there's a software glitch in the system. I spoke to the Garmin guys and they also tried to help, try that, do that, check that, and I mean, they've been very helpful, but we couldn't really find the issue. So came up to the house, grabbed another config module, which you do not want to change because that's the little system ID unit that sits, that's literally allocated to your Garmin system.
Right.
So that identifies your aircraft, and you have to get a code from Garmin before you start loading the software. So, but it worked for 25 hours. So I grabbed myself a config module track, grabbed another display unit, and on the way out, grabbed the GSU. So went down there. First thing I did, let's just fit the display, the original display, and another GSU. And magic. Everything came back. And this is the thing that is mind-boggling because, and as I connected everything just worked, everything communicated 100%. But the biggest issue was we did not have engine instruments, which means the GA or the ECU or something had an issue. So when I replaced the GSU, everything came right, including my engine instruments.
So what does the GSU measure?
So the GSU is basically your tilt and roll orientation, your pitot, your static, your airspeed, your altitude, air pressure, everything goes into this little unit. So it's your what we call an ADAS. So it's your attitude and directional heading reference unit. So this unit, in some other way, must have affected my CAN bus, so that it like dropped out the CAN bus, that even the engine instruments would not show. So, and nothing else. So,
Wow.
very interesting one.
So
there.
basically the static system that's kind of electronic, not
Yeah, that's a full,
not a vacuum system anymore.
Yeah, it's not a vacuum system, but remember, it's just converting the vacuum information.
So it still measures that.
Yeah, it still measures it. So but it converts it to electronic data
Right.
that's now sent to your
Without all the
display.
gyros and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh well, this unit has obviously got gyros in there. It's got an
okay.
electronic gyro. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You know, tilt and
Yeah.
roll. So the tilt roll functions that will be
But
electronic
not
gyros.
spinning.
But not a spinning, not a
mechanical.
mechanical gyro
Yeah.
as we knew.
And not steam either.
Yeah. So yeah, that was
Okay, wow.
a good 6 hours. But thank goodness it's flying again, and
Thank you for sharing with the world so nobody else has to go through that.
happiness. Yeah, I don't know if this can help anybody else.
Sure it can.
I have heard of that problem before.
Yeah.
Not the first time. I spoke to a client of mine. He had a Sling 2, and he said actually on his delivery flight, he flew the aircraft, and the next moment everything was just crosses on that in-screen. Everything, just red crosses on the Garmin's. He says, and he switched off, switched on again, and everything was good. He never had it again, ever. Yeah. We had another client that loaded terrain software on her Garmin, and shortly afterwards, she had no engine information. Now that is like,
Yeah,
how
not-
can
not
terrain
related.
data
Right.
influence? So yeah, I suppose computers, you know.
Well, yeah, I have no hair left because I worked with computers trying to make them edit video.
So yeah. So I am, and I am the world's worst computer person. I'm terrible.
All right, so if the CAN bus is reversed on the little
Yeah.
siding of the train line,
Yeah.
but what's the thing, like that black one at the back of the plane, you said there needs to be a CAN something or other
Yeah,
to
it's a
say
CAN.
this is the end of the track.
That's the CAN terminate.
CAN terminator.
So you've got little terminator where the railway line starts, where your CAN bus start, and then you've got a CAN terminator where it ends.
Okay.
So in the aircraft, the railway line starts with a GMU in the tail.
Right.
Because you don't want to go zigzag all over. You want to also keep your railway line as short as possible, because otherwise you induce other issues.
Like interference.
Like wiring, resistance and things. So you also can have a very special kind of wire that they use specifically for CAN bus purposes. So generally we'll use just a 2-core screened proper aviation TEFZL type cable. But if you start running long distances or say big aircraft, then you have dedicated CAN bus wires if you want to use CAN bus But keep that railway line as short as possible.
So all your electronics, they operate on 5 volt?
No, actually, the whole system. Where there's sensors, sometimes when there's a sensor, it's a 5-volt sensor, typical with a reference, so you're plus minus, or you've got a plus and a ground, and then a little wiper that either way which can be resistive capacitive, whatever the sensor type's going to be. But so normally the readings are like a 5-volt reading, but your system units are powered anything from 12 to 24 volts. So you can actually now get, and that's interesting information, because now you can now get a 24 volt Rotax engine instead of a 12 volt engine. And I tell you what, it's probably a much better way to go, because first of all, with higher voltage, you've got lower current, which means higher voltage, lower current wiring, and your alternator will probably, in my view, work better because of the current. And that's why all the electric cars, they go 48 and 60
So it's like a
volt or
bigger
whatever.
pipe.
Yeah, it's like a big pipe, So the higher
lets
the
it
voltage,
flow.
the lower the amps,
Right.
So anyways, come back to CAN bus. You never ever want to twist. So when you get, we normally will go your little railway line, and here's a little unit. So now you want to take 2 wires there, and then they carry on to the next, and to the next, and to the
So
next.
track 1 goes to track 1.
Yes.
Not track 1 to track 2.
So what we do is we always, it's colored wire, a white and a blue wire. White always I always call my white is high, and my low is always my blue. So you've got a high and a low input on your CAN bus. And normally on all the Garmin equipment, maybe 1 or 2, that's not like that. But almost on every piece of equipment, your CAN bus goes into pin 1 and pin 2. So that's where you're going to start. And if you mix them over, your whole CAN bus system, and you will not know which one, by the way. It's not going to indicate that this one that you've connected here is the problem. That is the craziest thing. You'd think if you swap it at the GSU is not going to read. No, it may even be the radio that's now not communicating. And the next time you switch it on, it's the GMU, and so it goes on. So CAN bus, there's a lot to be said about it.
Right.
Just be careful of it.
No.
So in the middle, because I just want to
We
take.
normally
Yeah.
tie off 10.
Yeah, I can, but I want to see if I can push it through a little grommet.
Make sure your stick line's right this time.
Yeah, now I've got everything. Well, I hope.
We said last time.
I'll just blame you.
They ain't run it to a standard.
It's the
Right.
funniest.
Edit that bit out.
Old Mitch, he always, whenever we do this, the one thing that I never test on the bench is the audio. And that was probably the one that's given us the biggest trouble, because what happened is Sling factory at one stage, they changed their wiring. So we would always have, say, orange to be my PTT line, okay? And then my white and blue line in a free core is my mic lines. But then we wire it according to the wiring diagram, but when you put it onto the actual, you know, like where you plug in your headphone connectors, it's swapped there. Oh, we had fun. We had fun with us trying in the aircraft before. What the hell have you done? How does this work?
Hey, while we're talking about stuff like that, what does the go, Cade? What does the go around button do? So Cade knows.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I only work here.
Oh, gosh.
No, basically what the go around do is you go on an instrument approach into an airport, okay, on a proper navigator, and you do a GPS approach.
An RNAV approach.
And you get to your absolute minimums, and you think, okay, so say your minimums is like 100 foot, you still can't see the runway, all right? Then the go around button will automatically direct your autopilot to pitch up, and you can fly out. Remember, once you've done that, you also obviously have to increase power because you don't have auto throttle.
Oh, we don't have auto throttle.
Well, we can work on it. But yes, that's how I understand what go around means.
I would imagine.
You know, in the old days, you know, it was like when you say go around, the instructor, he should be behind the head, and what have you done? Go around. So a little bit different.
I was hoping you'd tell me the auto throttle in advance. I mentioned to Errol that Bruce has a 1928 Holden.
Chev.
Sorry, Chev. All right. Bruce has a 1928 Chev.
I never owned one Holden.
And I mentioned it out loud, and Bruce went and got his phone. I think he's going to show us some photos.
Not that I'm into cars.
Just give me about 10 minutes.
You want some help, Bruce, finding your pictures?
That's me. If I want to find something on the phone, I'll ask my wife or the kids, where do I find this?
He tells me, he mentioned something, and like 2 seconds later, I got a picture of it.
Takes me 2 hours.
How's your project going with the heater input? But it's attached. Look at that. I'll have a look at the other side. Very nice. So now we have heat coming into the cabin, just not directed yet.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here, Errol?
I'm just literally just pushing this thing. It's literally all, just for my stick connectors. It's going to go.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so the wires for the sticks, so grips and things are going to come through here, and then we connect it under the floor.
Right.
So yeah, so we'll do our sticks on.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, man! Whoa!
So Errol, where did the roof racks on this plane go? Like for carrying extra stuff?
You just carry yourself a little trailer with.
All right. Can you strap it to the bottom?
Like in the old days, they had those glided.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Tow a glider full of all your cargo. That's a great idea. The Sling glider, cargo ship. Tell us how much you like Limos.
Yeah, oh, wonderful. I hate them. I've tried different headsets in my life. But I got stuck with the Zulus, the light speeds. I like the light speed because they are, for me, very comfortable.
Bigger, yeah.
The size of my ears, man. There's nothing else that can't fit into a Bose. But to me, it almost feels like the Bose has got a slightly better noise cancelling, but not as comfy for me as as light speed. Yeah. I just want to sort of just roughly fit it so I can just see where I'm going to cut these wires so I don't cut them too short. Oh, do that. Sorry.
Top.
Oh, you already have it. Yeah. Let me do that. Okay, so we're going to go. It's going to go like such. Just past it, okay. All right. So just
I think last time we had to notch our.
Yeah, we have to
Notch
knock.
out
Yeah,
this
yeah, you make a little notch there. So we feed this on the inside, and we make a little notch there and put some edging on it, so that this can go to the back there. So let's just. But you've already fitted this thing now. Can we take this the plastic or not out?
Yeah, we can take it.
The airbox? Sure.
Yeah, the black airbox. I just want to take the black airbox off so I can just get the. You can always just drill a hole through there and through there, and we run the wire straight through the cubby. Will keep your drinks warm.
The heat exchange unit. So that's coming from the engine. Underneath is the bypass. There's the actuator on the side. And the hot air travels up to the top of the unit and then goes inside the cabin. Comes in the cabin through here.
Yeah.
Into the piping.
A little aux point there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Aux power point.
How's the other box? You might be able to go this bit.
No, because that's the only place you'll be able to put it.
What about up here where you're gonna have the headphone connectors?
Well, you've got
See the, I can't remember if the plate goes there or there.
so you've got that. I like the headset connectors in like that because it's a hell of a lot easier to. But you can probably put them here as well. So maybe headset connectors there and Limus there,
You could.
or headset, Limus, and
Drink holder.
yes, that's in there.
Yeah.
It's a bloody small drink.
Oh, okay. That's an air conditioned one too, right?
Yeah.
We can put a vent
Put a
in.
little bit of air in there. What do you think? Come on.
Top of that.
Where's Bruce? Bruce is on strike. The thing about, and there's enough space under it. So, you sort of, you just need to see, we've got, you need to be careful with what you put there because it can catch up on there, you see. Too deep and it's going to
smashed
catch
into
up. So, probably better to put the connectors there and then maybe the Lumus right in the front.
Yeah.
And then I think we can see if we can fit a little power supply there.
USB-C.
Hey, can't. Leap up.
Oh, you see,
That's it's. I think that runs flat there, but there's not going to be a light here. The tunnel sits
we'll
tight.
have to just work that out very carefully to not just put something there and then it's not so good.
It snapped off on installation.
Okay.
It's not tea time yet.
It's not.
What's that for, Bruce?
That's for the heat exchanger
Ah,
to the hot air box on the exhaust.
the which box?
Hot air, I call it the hot air box.
The hot air box. Okay.
Whether that's correct.
The shroud, I believe, is is that right? The exhaust shroud? That's the correct terminology? Just trying to learn you, that's all. Learn you
I
good.
think James is Mitch is leaving out the garden path. We'll find out.
Fits perfectly, mate.
Doesn't it?
You got any experience in putting pipes on engines?
Apparently not.
Only, 20, 30 years? Fits like a glove, too?
I like the other part.
All right, so what are we doing up here, Harold?
Oh, we are just routing the wires now. So we're gonna have, I will neaten everything off, make good standoffs, take it straight through the back.
Fuel lines, and then what do we got here? Wingtip lights?
Oh yeah, you're gonna have some, there will be obviously all the lighting to the wings will go out that way. All the lights switching will happen here and the ventilation switching, all of that will happen here.
And the overhead panel.
So, yes.
And what about, we talked about getting those interactive fuel gauges?
Capacitive type. Yep. So the capacitive type fuel gauges, we will fit them at the airport.
And do they require extra wiring?
Yeah, we'll have to pull 2 extra wires in. But we're gonna have, and that's I'm gonna run the electrical from here. It's the shortest route to the wings, and we will have a circuit breaker for them up here. So, and we're gonna have like a nice big fat supply from the bottom up to this panel in any case.
Right.
That goes through its own circuit breaker there, of course.
All right. Okay, so about 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm going to install this little angle bracket onto the side of one of the walls of the center console.
Does she stand them up?
I got an 11-year-old like that. Oh, look at this. Bruce, he's almost done. He's a madman with the pipe.
It's just very tight.
We'll think of you every time we put on the heat, Bruce. I'm like, Bruce, this heat feels amazing. Oh, we got some action here at the... Attack your dad. Get him while he's down, quick.
Lady won't participate. She will just bark at the imaginary enemy.
What are you huffing and puffing for? You had like 2 minutes of exercise. Oh, by the way, side benefit of working on this airplane, my caravan had been vandalized and they put a new door on and I'm looking through the window. I'm like, this window's crap. And then this morning I looked at it and I'm like, there's a little bit of bubble of plastic there. I'm like, oh, I got to peel the plastic off the thing. See the benefits you get from building an airplane.
It's the nitty-gritty things that's happening.
Now,
The
yeah.
small things, but yeah, one by one they get done. That's good.
That's it. One by one.
What does this attach to support it? Because it's right now it's kind of floppy.
This.
Yeah, the ceiling.
It actually goes. You can they put like a little standoff there,
Yeah.
and you know like there, and you put a little standoff there and a little bit there, so then that makes it a little bit sturdier. You know, the new cabins actually has got this whole thing open, so it's a roof that you put in there, like almost like a roof liner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of this now is not there anymore. Much better, but sorry, you got the old model, the Model T.
This is the 2025 model.
Yeah. So this one still has all these. Well, there's a permanent thing there, but it's got a little panel there, big inspection panel there, inspection panel there.
The worst case scenario, you could cut this out and do it like the new models if you had to.
I suppose you can. I'm not sure if inside needs a different, because I think they sort of, this comes up to there now, and then you've got a frame. Because one of the things that we had was trying to get your hands in here and work. It's pretty hard. And as a result, because the access is limited, they made the top convertible, movable.
So that's what we have, right?
Yeah. So it's a removable top.
Yeah.
Good or bad, I don't know. As long as you've got pretty good sealing up there, it will be good.
Yeah.
So you just need to seal it
We
pretty
don't
well.
want it flying off in mid-shot.
Yeah, and be wetter inside than outside. That'll not be a good thing. So, but yeah. So this is the latest, well, almost the latest model. Almost the latest model. Okay.
This one has the built-in massagers in the seats, right?
But this is where I think I should have. Oh, but the nutsert can go into the rubber, can go into the nutsert, but that's going to be a bit of a. How are you going to get it in there?
Nutsert.
No, we're going to get the rubber in there. You can't tilt the pipe. You screw with a little rubber.
Could.
Think so? Just don't upset the pipes.
We'll just say it was James.
Yeah, we'll just say, James, your pipes are leaking. As usual, the pipes are all leaking again. Thanks, James.
Talking about insulating this fuel pump mount from this false dash so the noise doesn't get transferred and resonate like a guitar box with this thing and then make it really loud inside. Putting rubber mounts in the gap here. Rubber mount. So that would separate the two.
Yep.
So those screws are basically held in place inside the rubber. So they don't. This metal doesn't touch that metal.
No, it's vulcanized to it. So.
Okay, cool. Vulcanized. So one more time, Errol, can you wire us up a go-around button?
Yeah, we can do that. It's yeah. I can give you a go-around button.
And what's
Not that I really know what it's for, but It's better than that slap behind the back from the instructor, you know. So this is the autopilot connector. And this one will be the top one, which is our roll connector to the autopilot servo. And this will have a little termination in there. So you can either have like the physical CAN bus, the little physical CAN bus connector, which sits between this and the unit, or you can terminate it like that. When it's internally terminated in the unit through I think it's a 21 or 27 ohm little resistor.
Show me the actual CAN bus terminator thingy, just for comparison.
So this is going to be your two types of termination for CAN bus. You're either going to do a termination link, and you know it's sort of described in your Garmin manual, or you can fit the physical CAN bus termination between your connector and your unit. So this one is the GMU one. That'll go in the back of the tail.
For use with the GSA 28, which happens to be one of the autopilot actuators, and you can put it in here to tell it that's the end of the line. How's it going?
I think we have a plan.
Oh, yeah, excellent. As long as we don't have to listen to those the whole flight, that'll be fine. Whatever it is.
Because it will require a little bit of twisting and turning there.
I reckon if we can mount two of these here
Perfect.
and two the other side here,
Mm-hmm.
I reckon there's enough room.
Okay, well.
And there's enough flex in that rubber hose. That,
And we've got the right size formal there.
yep,
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's good.
I reckon that.
So you probably have to
In that way it's
just
rubber.
turn that one in first from this side.
Yeah.
And then just push it through.
Okay.
I'll just open up this holes here.
These are
Oh, they good.
These are 4 mil, but I need to make them.
We actually can get formal rubber mounts. And they may be a little bit smaller even. Do we not have formal rubber mounts?
No, the ones I found are all the same.
Or 5 mils? I can probably get us 4 mil. Because if we've got 4 mil here, we can exactly measure. But I mean 4 mil, yeah, I think 2 4 mils will probably do the trick perfectly, both sides. Because when you totally isolate this
Yeah.
noisy thing,
Don't have to listen to
although
it.
it is on rubber mounts here as well.
But still, the more you can do.
But you know, if you just hard mount it, it doesn't matter. You know, you've heard it.
Yeah, it's too loud.
Well,
Yeah.
we do have the room to do it. So.
We do. So let's do it.
Then let's do it. So I'll grab us another 4. But
So we need 4 like that.
4 like that, but 4 formal ones.
4 mil, yep.
Okay.
All right, quick newbie mistake that I did. I took these side panels off the center console and didn't put the labeling on. So I had to line them up again. And I haven't even put the brackets on that need to go on in the inside. But anyway, all that to say, I fixed my problem. I'm working on this bit to put this on. It's only taken me like an hour so far. Of course, a bit of distraction from filming and stuff. But anyway, I'm looking at the Clecos. These are the 4 mil Clecos. And Mitch says,
Well, they look 30 centimeters up, you'll find the brown ones.
and there they are. Look at that. But he said it very patiently, like a seasoned school teacher trying to educate, which I appreciate. Ah, swearing at you.
And once in a blue moon, they even buy me a beer.
When you say that, do you mean the number one tool finder or the number one tool finder? Where's the punctuation in that? All right, so, well, thanks, Mitch, that I have 3 mil Clecos, but now I need the tool to put them in. So you being the tool finder can point me to...
Probably with Errol. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's probably with Errol, with his pile of tools up top there.
If he's the number one tool finder, I'm the number one tool loser. Always looking for the tool.
I'm trying to record dialogue here. What'd you find there, Mitch? Oh, this is what I was looking for. Thank you. The number one tool finder. Errol was saying, I need that bag of, and he couldn't finish his sentence. And Mitch says, zip ties. And then he points to the bag of zip ties on top of the engine. So not only is he a tool finder, he's a mind reader. Quite impressive. So I was working on this. I Clecoed it together, but I thought I better make sure that this, I already drew a line, but make sure that it actually fits before I staple it all together, but it does. See, it's actually just right. Works better if you don't push it up with your finger underneath it. Gee whiz. Bloody tourist. There's one completed. That was such a big job. So have you finished up top side?
I'm sort of mostly finished now. So just cabin light wiring there.
Yeah.
Some cabin lights up here. That's your little flap connector there, little connector to the flap motor.
That's important.
The stuff here has got to do with all the lights, and then this is the fuel pickup lift, and there's a pedo ground. I wonder where's the pedo power. Must be somewhere in this Loom setting.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, and that connector will sit here because we will just run it. What else? Yeah, so now
Got the limo plugs in the back, right?
yeah. So I've got these ones there in the back. All of that.
Oh, okay.
That's for autopilot servo there,
Yeah.
and then these.
Just chuck it around.
This three is going to go all the way to the
that's-
back there.
that's
So the factory
Appreciate your.
supplies with this cable here.
Yes.
It's going to come through the bulkhead at the bottom there, and then in here they've got like our pitch trim wires and our lights and strobe lights and nav lights. So your elevator trim goes on here.
Alright.
That will connect this once it comes through here. It will connect onto there, and the autopilot sits somewhere there.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, all of this will now be well secured and
That's
tied
the actual mount for the autopilot right there.
right there. That's what the pilot mount right there.
And what does that connect to?
Oh, it's actually. You see, you've got this little thing here. See that little push rod?
The L control box.
See this little one?
Ah, yes.
That one there. That will be the autopilot bracket.
And that's for the elevator.
That's for the elevator. Good. So that's for pitch servo that's going to come and sit here.
Right. Well, what about the? So in the baggage compartment where we put the cooler, is there a drain pipe to let the ice water when it melts
Easy
in?
to do it. You know, you want one,
Well, you tie that in with the.
but you know, you don't want the beer box that far back. You know, you need to be sitting and flying and just grab it like.
Well, that's for the rear seat passengers only. But
I'll tell you what, you're going to get those tourists.
can we
I hate what you say.
can we run the pilot relief tube into the drain?
I'll have one.
All right. So what are we up to?
So
We're
we
on the
are
back
up
of the
to-
airplane here.
So this is from airframe. This goes up to the nav and strobe lights. Now this one up here, the one that comes out here, is the trim on your elevator. So it's elevator trim goes out there, and this one goes up into the fin, into the rudder. So yeah, and just quitting connectors, because if you ever have to take the tail off, you want to be able to unplug this.
Right.
So yeah.
And so the trim motor is pretty much where your heart is right now.
About here.
Yeah.
About here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's where the trim motor sits.
All right. So what's going on?
So we put rubber mounts on the fuel pump here, but we need some smaller rubber mounts for the firewall because it distorts the
Right.
mounting
They're
plate.
too thick. But that'll be a nice sound insulator.
Yeah.
Not bringing that noise of those motors into the cabin.
Yep. Really focused.
And then when we put that deadening on here. Like I'm picking up stuff to pretend like I'm actually doing something. Other than just filming stuff. I'll go over here to the rubbish bin. It's already full. Hang on, did you get down here, Bruce? There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff down here. Just watch out for the cables, they're pretty thin.
I just love drilling holes in aircraft. I used to build an aerobatic aircraft in South Africa, Sling 360. That the wing was stressed plus and minus 17 G. So that's wild. That's wild. So you know you will put that wing into a wiffle tree, and then we will put that loaded because it was full on advanced aerobatics. The weight of a complete wing was 72 kilograms. That's a one-piece wing.
Wow.
72 kilograms, all
Wow.
carbon, and then the spar was made of. There's some Kevlar in there and carbon and fiberglass, and it's got a big fat spar cap, but yeah, plus or minus 17 G. You don't understand it. And when people ask me about the structure, how strong is this aircraft? You know, the high wing.
That was my next question.
I tell you, this is a very, very, very good and very strong construction. You just look at the beefiness of it. You know, that interconnect there, that piece of carbon there, that's probably equivalent to about 3 times the size in steel.
Wow.
And then that unit runs all the way down here. So imagine how strong this A pillar is. And then it goes not all the way all thick, it just goes like gradually thinner. That goes all the way to the bottom of the engine frame mount right there.
Right.
So you've got this big beam running here and there. You've got this massive piece of metal interconnecting that.
Right.
And then you've got the engine frame and the firewall at the front holding all of that. So you've got one big fat massive loop here, like a roll cage. Now you've got exactly the same in the back to a lesser degree, but also that is very, very strong. That runs all the way down here, down to there, and then spreads the load towards the gear channel that sits here. And the gear channel is massive.
Yeah.
So there's another loop there and a big loop there. So it's like the pilot co-pilot sits inside this big fat roll cage.
These black things going off the...
Yeah, that's sort of your stringers. So that's basically carbon stringers to keep that whole body also pretty stiff, because
Right.
it picks up on all of the strength here, spreads it right back to this big interconnect here. You know, you've got one running down there for that kind of torsional stiffness. So no, it's a very strong aircraft, this. Very strong.
What's the...
I don't have to convince you, you already bought the bloody thing.
It's good to hear again as you're building it.
Yeah. No.
Just don't go drilling a bunch of holes in them, right?
It's a very, very proper aircraft.
Yeah, good. Just to make it easy on the ending, there's the stringers that go down to the front engine mount, come all the way out here. And then this one comes down into... Yeah, so... You want to get into it? All right, 3/16 on any Garmin tool.
Any
Garmin unit.
Any Garmin unit, and you literally screw it out. Just put it in there.
So that's how it attaches to the back.
Yeah, through the panel. If you ever want to remove it, you can see the little screw in the back there.
Nice.
Goes in there. And then same here. You can see there's a little hole in the back there. But this will sit in a shelf, and it will do exactly. You see this little thing there? The rack will pull it in or pull it out. Okay, so if you don't know about that, it can be a bit, how do you get this thing out?
All right.
So there's your very expensive unit,
Yeah, what is that?
GNX 375.
How much?
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, about 12,000, roughly, thereabouts. Yep. So that's your radio. That's your second radio here.
See, I would have been looking to undo that.
And now we will obviously clean up this mess. Everything is working now. That's a good sign. And then this can all go back into their little boxes. This is your engine monitor, the GA24. I almost said 27. 24.
Okay. I have my job. This is more what the pilot does anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, I don't understand myself.
That's encouraging, comforting,
I just do the wiring, mate.
concerning.
That's it. That's that little box. So that's most of the little boxes. That's for your backup battery, your IBBS backup battery, which, by the way, I haven't bought yet. I have to order that as well. So it's one of that.
Let me put it on the
It's
list.
one of those things on the 60-day list.
Yeah. And thus endeth week 5, day 20. Coming together.